Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is Sunday night. I started recording this video. I already did it once. I don't know how many times this is going to happen to me, or if this happens to other people a lot, where you do a video and then you go back and watch it, and there's either technical things wrong or you weren't making any sense, and so you end up doing it over. And sometimes I'll just go with it and show you guys all of the dumb whatever stuff that I do or say, or if I make mistakes, or I don't worry about it that much. But all of the video that I started recording on Friday night because I got the wild idea that I would get a head start on the video for Sunday by talking about the stuff that I had sold up till Friday, up through Friday. And so I made, it was probably 20-25 minutes of me talking about the stuff that I'd sold, and saved the video clip and just put it in the folder, and was going to continue it tonight. And I went back and watched it, and there was a bunch of, like, I don't know what was going on with my computer when I was recording that. But there was like a bunch of glitchiness going on throughout that. It wasn't all just in like one spot and then it got better. It was random, and I don't know if something needed an update, and it was kind of looming, because every once in a while, if I need to update my video card, if there's an update for that, things will act wonky on my computer. And so maybe that's what was going on. I have no idea, but it was not salvageable. So I'm starting from scratch. So excited about that. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully this won't get dragged out for too long. I had more sales this week than I think I've ever had. I didn't make more money, but I had more sales, and the amount of money that I did make was good. I mean, it was okay. Nothing to scream about. I didn't have any, like, over $100 sales, but it was okay. It was decent. I'm happy with how this week went. So my first sale, and all of these that I'm going to talk about are eBay sales, and then I had 2 Poshmark sales. And so those will be at the end. But the first eBay sale, this person bought 3 items. Her total was $21.97 for the items, and she paid $35.58 with shipping. So, she paid a chunk with shipping, and the box wasn't really that big. The 3 items that she purchased weren't large items. They all fit into, I think I got everything into an 8x8x8 box, if it was even that big. It might have been smaller. I think that's what size it was. But anyway, the first item she purchased was a little 3-inch tall hand-painted wooden trinket box, but it was shaped like a barrel, and it had a little lid on it, and it said Finland on it, and the wood was, you could tell it was older. So I assumed that it was vintage, but anyway, I think she paid $4.99 for that, and I paid $1 for it at this yard sale that I went to a couple weeks ago. So that was good, and that was the first thing she bought. Second thing she bought was a 4¼ inch tall brass giraffe, and I think I also picked that up at the yard sale. I'm not positive, but it might have been in an auction lot. I'll go back through and look to see where I got this giraffe, but in any case, let me see what I sold that for. Giraffe sold for $6.99. I had a lump sum for her stuff. It doesn't break it down by each item, so but for $6.99, I probably paid, if I got it at a yard sale, I paid $1 for it. So the last item she bought was that fairy flask. It was and I talked about it in my last video. I think it was the last fairy item that I had left of all of my fairy stuff, and she bought that. I don't know if she is a viewer on my YouTube channel or not. It was really coincidental that I mentioned that was the last thing I had left, and I showed it to you guys, and then it sold like within a day or two. So I don't know where she came from, but she bought the fairy flask, the giraffe, and the little trinket box, the barrel-shaped trinket box. So, and again, her total was 35.58 with shipping for those 3 items. The next item I sold was something I've had listed for a while, and I think I ended up taking an offer on these. They were some Nightmare Before Sally slippers. Person paid $9.99 for the slippers, and it was $18.02 with shipping. So almost double for the shipping. I'm going to probably be complaining about shipping prices clear through the holiday. I'm not even the one spending the money to ship the things. It's just, it's annoying. So, okay, next item I sold was some of the Mason's Ironstone Vista. And I sold 5 of the, 5, what are they, flat cream soup bowls. And that person paid $30 plus shipping, so their total was $51.94. So almost $22 in shipping for 5 bowls. They weren't huge either, the bowls. They were like, I don't know how big a diameter was. I could click on the link for the listing, but they weren't gigantic bowls. They were just, like a small soup bowl. I'm doing my hands like you guys can see. It was like a small soup bowl, not like the soup bowls we have now that are gigantic cups that you could put a whole entire big can of soup in. They were like the kind that people had back in the, mid 1900s and like 1950 or whatever. But so she bought those, and again it was 30 plus shipping for those. The next item I sold was a Hallmark ornament, and it was a Wizard of Oz Omaha State Fair ornament from 1996. And that sold for $12.99. That's one of the better ornaments as far as the value goes for the ones that I have purchased recently. There aren't very many that are worth over $10. And as far as comps go and what they're selling for. But this one is. So again, I sold that one for $12.99 plus shipping. With shipping, it was $21.42, and I think that one shipped priority. I'm not positive. I give my customers the option of priority or first class, because this definitely would have been under £1, but they may have chosen priority for that. So that may be why it was a little bit more expensive. The next item was an Ainsley Tulip Edge Bone China Bud Vase, and it was only 3.5 inches tall. It was really cute. And it was in mint condition. It was very pretty. And that sold for $7.99 plus shipping. And with shipping, it was 15 and change. So almost 16 for that with the shipping. The next item I sold was one of the Boyd's Bears buildings. I have so many of these. I didn't realize when I was bidding on these that I was being stupid, because there are so many of them for sale on eBay and on Poshmark. And, these obviously were a hot item back whenever they were made. And a lot of people bought them because they're all getting rid of them now. And so the sales for these are, there's a lot of people watching them and a lot of people looking at them on Poshmark. But, these are going to be very slow moving. And so I'm glad I didn't pay a ton of money for them, but this, it was the police station, that the town police station was one of the little buildings, and it sold for 13 plus shipping. Total was $22.53. So, and the next item was an old video card that I had put in. I bought it for one of my old PCs. Well, not an old PC. It was a new PC back probably 10 years ago. I don't even know how old this video card is. But whenever I would get a new computer, one of the first things I would do would be increase the RAM to the highest amount that the computer could, deal with, or the highest capacity that I could get, and I would put a new video card in my computer. And so, back when I bought this video card, it was a nice video card. Now, not so much. I don't know what this person's going to use it for. They made me an offer, and I took it because this has been listed for a while. So they paid 10 plus shipping. So it was $18.70 total for that video card. The next item was one of my Nightmare Before Christmas things, and it was a photo frame, and it's just Jack Skellington and Zero. And it sold for $14.99 plus shipping, and so their total was $24.40 with the shipping. I don't know how many more Nightmare things I have left in my store. I don't think a ton, maybe just a handful of things, because I've sold quite a bit of the inventory that I did have. The next item I sold was a lot of Toy Story hand puppets. They were Burger King toys from 1995, and I got these at the TNR thrift store for the animal rescue, whatever, thrift store, and I paid more than I should have for these. I made my money back for sure, but I did not make a lot of profit on these. I sold them for $14.99. There were 4 of them. So, but shipping, with the shipping, it was $24.49 that this person paid for those 4 items. So those are gone. The next item I sold was a Hallmark miniature keepsake ornament. It was from 2000. It was Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. Super cute. I would be really tempted if I had a little tiny tree anywhere, like, I used to have one, but it got tossed or given away. The last 3 times I've moved, well, the 2 times before the last one. I know that's not going to make any sense to anybody but me. Anyway, not the last time I moved, but the 2 times before that. When I got ready to move, I was putting stuff out by the dumpsters just to get rid of it, because it was stuff that I hadn't used, didn't feel like dragging it around with me. Now I'm kicking myself because there was a bunch of stuff I could have sold, but whatever. It's just... Anyway, I had a little tree, and if I still had that little tree, I'd be very tempted to keep these miniature ornaments because they're so cute. They're so tiny. I took photos of them when I did the listings. I took a photo with a quarter, a piece of change next to the ornament, so that people could see how actually tiny they are and how small they are. But anyway, that ornament sold for $5.99 plus shipping, so it was $10.05 with shipping for that Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. The final eBay sale was a Funko Pop Nightmare Before Christmas clown, and that sold for $11.99 plus shipping, so it was $17.81 with the shipping. So that is it for my eBay sales, but that was more than normal. Because I'd say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think that's 13 things, and that's not counting the 2 things that I'll go back through and count it again before I post this video, and I'll put it above my head what my total was, but that doesn't include the 2 Poshmark sales that I had. So the Poshmark sales, one was a necklace, and I purchased these necklaces on an auction that I paid $5 for because no one else bid on them, and they are dichroic, I don't know if I'm saying it right, art glass, and they were heart pendant necklaces, and I got 4 of them in this lot, and I sold one for $15 on Poshmark. So so that one has, the lot is paid for now, and because I think my earnings were $10.28, yeah. So I've paid for the lot plus an extra $5, So the other 3 that are available now, once those have sold, those will all be just profit. So that was a good sale. And the last item I sold was Poshmark, and it was a vintage Hallmark Easter Bunny salt and pepper shaker set. They were very, very cute. I know I say cute a lot, but you know, some things are like way cuter than others, and these were super cute. So, anyway, those are the last two things I sold. So, pretty good week this week. I had a, for me anyway, for someone else who's been doing this for a while, they're probably like, you know, they'd be sad if they had my my sales this week, but I'm happy with it, you know. I'm good. So anyway, the other thing that I had talked about in the video that ended up being just a disaster because of something that was going on with my computer, and I really hope it's not doing it while I'm recording it this time. Otherwise, there isn't going to be a video this week. I just won't do one. Or I'll record something with my phone and be like, hey guys, I'm sorry there's no video this week. My computer's being stupid, because I'm overdoing this video, you know, because I've done it once already, and now I'm going to have to edit the whole thing and just whatever. Anyway, I don't know if other sellers are experiencing this right now, or how you guys do your offers on your eBay stuff, because when I do a listing, if I'm going to allow offers, I'm sorry I'm moving around so much, I'm adjusting my clothes. When I'm going to allow offers, I will go ahead and start, I'll do that right from the get-go. As soon as I list the item, I put on there that I will accept offers. I don't look at offers until something, generally. I mean, every once in a while I will, but for the most part, I won't even consider an offer unless the item has been listed for a month, you know. Once it's been listed for 30 days, then if somebody wants to throw an offer at me and it's a decent offer, I will totally look at it, you know, and there's a good chance I'll take it. But, you know, when they try to get something for 50% off, and this is what's been happening, especially this week, I don't know what's going on or what rock these people crawled out from underneath or whatever, but I've had several people come at me with offers that were like 30% off my price or more. One of them was a 50, they were trying to get it for half, and I'm like, I don't think so. You know, I do my research when I list my items. You know, I look to see what things have sold for, and I check to see what other people are selling theirs for, and I'm usually right in there at I'm either going to have the best price or I'm going to be very close, you know, because I give my customers my shipping discount, that usually gives me just enough of an edge that I'm the least expensive for whatever it is I'm selling, you know. Or if I have one of something that is in better condition, then another person's, mine might be a little bit more expensive, you know. But I do my research. You guys know that. I spend way too much time on research. And, you know, if I put a price up and then I'll get these wacky offers, and I go to look to see if somebody else has one cheaper than me or if I'm still the least expensive. And every time this week that this happened, I was the lowest price, you know, and it's like, go bother someone else with this lowball offer, because that's the way I look at it. You know, they're really, I don't know if these people, if this is just how they operate and they just throw numbers out there, and if something happens to stick, they're happy. But I got one tonight, and it really was like the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever. It was earlier today. I shouldn't say tonight, but I got one, and it was for one of the balloon ornaments. The one that I had two of those listed. The Hallmark ornaments with the Wizard of Oz one, State Fair one. I'll put a picture up here. Anyway, I had two listed. I sold one, and it sold for $12.99, which is a very good price because I've checked, you know. And they're new also. Mine are new. They haven't been used before. They were brand new, never been used, you know. And so this guy offers me, I can't even remember, I think he offered me $8, and I'm like, no, it's not happening. And I explained to him, I said, look, I haven't even had these listed for a month yet. I don't look at offers until something's been listed for at least 30 days, you know. And I just sold one for regular for my asking price. This is the only one I have left. I'm sorry, no. And so I declined his offer. I wasn't going to counter because I've got, I think, 8 people watching this particular ornament. So someone else is going to probably pay full price for it or close, you know. And not a half an hour goes by and he comes back with another offer for $9.50. And I'm like, are you smoking something right now? Because did you not hear what I got kind of pissed off. And I was like, I just told you. And I wrote it just like that back to him. I declined his offer, his second one. And I said, I just finished telling you that I don't offer discounts until something's been listed for at least a month. I'm not going to come down on my price. And I said, why don't you contact someone else with this ornament listed and see if they'll take your price? You know, I was very irritated with this person. And, you know, ignore me, fine, ignore me, but don't come back at me with another offer that's still more than 20% off of the asking price, my list price, you know. And after I just said no, I said no, and I gave him a reason for saying no, you know. And it's like, okay, if you're gonna, he almost made it to my block list, this person, because if someone's going to ignore everything I have to say, I don't really want to work with that person, you know. And he obviously didn't read why I declined the first one, or he just chose to ignore me. I don't want to sell anything to him ever, you know. And he may still end up on my block list. I don't know. But, you know, it takes a special kind of person to end up on my block list. And there have been a couple in the recent past that have ended up there. And this guy almost, I put him on it and then I took him off because I was like, and then I just changed the listing so that there's no offers. Nobody can make an offer on this listing. The reason I don't want to have to go in and change all my listings after they've been listed for a month and then start taking offers. So I just make them, you know, where people can make an offer from the very beginning. And I don't usually get very many, but this past week it's been crazy. I've had quite a few, you know, and they were all lowball. The only one that I got that was a decent offer was, I don't remember which item it was that I told you guys I got an offer on it. I think, oh, the video card. I did get an offer on that, and I took it because that thing has been listed for like at least 3 months. It's probably been longer than that. So I was for sure going to take that offer, you know. Anyway, that was my diatribe over the lowball offers that I, you know, I had talked about it in the previous recording that I did, and then the thing was all screwed up. So, you know, here I am. I did it again, but hopefully it won't be, hopefully this video will be fine. So, and it's 26 minutes, so we're at the half-hour mark. Anyway, it is Sunday night. I've got a giant bag full. I look like Santa with an IKEA bag going to the post office tomorrow morning because it's full of boxes, you know. But it's a nice feeling to be taking that many things to the post office. And I already took some stuff early in the week, you know. So this was a good week. It was much better than I've had, and I just need to keep listing, you know, and keep finding things that people want. I guess that's it, and I hope everyone has a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.